Guys, so moving along further with the move, but I think it's going to get delayed another weekend. Was not planning on moving this weekend. Was going to be next weekend, but I guess it's going to get pushed back to a little bit later. But it is what it is, I guess. So first off, just start out with this. I got the trailer, and yes, it's just a dolly. I don't know if I've really showed in depth of it, but this is what I have. Bought it for 400 bucks. It's got a lot of surface rust, but nothing that. A little bit of sand in, some elbow grease. Can't fix. I'm gonna redo all the wiring on it. Fix up these fenders. Paint it. I'm gonna paint the wheels. So this is what I have, which it is what it is. Try to pop the trunk here. Well, the hatch. Spare transmission. Got some fog lights. I got a scanner. This is the supercharger, the extra snout with the modular pulley on it. And it is the 3.8 from ZZP that I scored. I got a bunch of parts. This is the new pump, injectors. I got some vacuum hoses in there. This is some, I believe, the stock tranny parts, some other things. But yeah, I got a bunch of other crap that's gonna get tossed in here. Stupid thing there. But yeah, trailer is pretty much all set to go. Now, as far as the car goes, still having the same issue. Battery's completely dead again. So I got some sort of bad connection, I'm thinking. Sorry, kind of moving around all over the place, but I already came out here, jacked the car up, got it on jack stands. I'm gonna check the connections on the starter, and I already disconnected the battery, both the negative and positive. Already disconnected, and the connections look good as far as that goes. For some reason, kind of believing that this wire here is the culprit. It did start fine the one time that I fired it up with this wire. It started out fine, so I don't know if this really is the culprit. I did tighten it down a little bit on here to the fuse box. Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna mess with the wires down by the starter, see if anything came loose. Check a ground wire down there. Yeah, just kind of gotta fiddle with it a little bit. Kind of trial and error. Kind of mess with something, see if it'll work. I gotta set up the charger on the battery. Ooh. Charger on the battery and get it charged back up. I don't know. But let's see if we can get it started today. Let's see. I got too many keys in my pocket. I have one key for this car. This one key. So hopefully this key isn't the problem. Really hope not. I highly doubt it is. But I have seen a couple things where you have to replace the key and the lock cylinder and all that crap, which I'm really not about right now. So cross my fingers that that is not the problem, which I don't think it is. Let's see. But yeah, I'm just gonna mess with the wires real quick, see what I can do, charge the battery, and see if that helps. Alright, so I checked the wire connections on the starter, and I tightened them up a little bit. They should have been tight enough to where they wouldn't cause a problem, but I tightened them a little bit more, just in case. I'm going to leave that power wire on, directly from the alternator. I'll leave that on for right now. I got the battery charging. But yeah, it was completely drained, so it's almost done now. So while that's charging, I was kind of mocking up, or want the intercooler piping to come up, or sorry, well, yeah, the intercooler piping. Speaking of that, I know some of y'all ain't gonna like it. I don't really like it. I bought the intercooler, not gonna use it right now. I will use it, just not right now. I want to get the turbo hooked up to the intake and run it like that for now. I thought about it, and I was like, I really want to have the intercooler on, 'cause, you're pretty much forcing hot air back into the intake, all that. It'll be all right, and it'll be a good comparison later down the road for you guys of how much power you could pick up on these with no intercooler versus with an intercooler. The main reason why I am not running the intercooler right now is because of having to have the pipes cut, rewelded, all that jazz. So that'll take more time, and I just want to get the intake ran hooked together now that HP Tuners is working, and I did figure it out. Problem with that was the drivers that you got to download from the HP Tuners website got, what was it, 78-79% downloaded on my laptop, and it just stopped. And I didn't know about it. I didn't get a notification saying, hey, this stopped, or it was done, or anything like that, so I thought it was done. And so I've been fighting with it, trying to get it downloaded, and it wouldn't work, trying to get it to read the MPVI2 interface, and it would not work. It said drivers were not installed, correct drivers was not installed on my laptop. I was getting ticked, because I was like, I just bought this, it's not working. I downloaded all this stuff, and it don't work on this laptop. So I was getting ticked. So I was looking into it further, and I went ahead and tried to download it again, the drivers, off of the HP Tuners website, and it said I already had it downloaded. It's like, okay, so I went to my downloads, and I fiddled through the files or whatever, and I found it. And yeah, it was only like 78-79% downloaded. For some reason it stopped, and it didn't let me know about it. So I finished the download, and it works now. So it's all set up. All I need to do is just get this thing running, plug the thing into my OBD2, and I can start messing with the computer. So yeah, there's that. So I know you guys are like, well, why'd you hook up the turbo and not putting the effort in, getting the intercooler ran? I know I want the intercooler ran, but it's just going to take more time with this move and everything. I just want to get it hooked up. So what I'm doing, too much blabbering around. Okay, so you got this area right here. Not too much light, I apologize. Right where your ECU sits, you got this area right here. You can kind of see some holes already. I'm going to cut right here, just a hole big enough, with my Dremel right there. I got some blades to cut it with, and yeah, so I got a pipe. I take one of the 90 degrees, and it comes right off the turbo, comes up underneath and back up. It's kind of cockeyed in there because it kind of hits the subframe a little bit, but I can get the clamp on and it's fine. Anyways, so I'm gonna run it right up here. It's gonna stick up just a hair past where this hole is gonna be made, that U-bend pipe, I believe. And then I'm gonna have a 90 coming up and over. 90 is gonna be a tad bit too long, I already know. I think it should clear this bar. If I have to, I'll just take this bar off. It's gonna look stupid, and I don't know, but I'll take it off if I have to. It's gonna come up, and it's just gonna right to the intake. So a 90, turbo point straight down. That's how I clocked it. It's gonna come up. It's gonna have a silicone coupler, and then a 90, and it's gonna go right into the intake. Still gotta figure out what I want to do with my intake temp sensor here. I gotta figure that out. Not sure what I want to do with that. So any of you turbo guys have already done this. What did you do to your intake air temp sensor? Because I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't know what the best way is. So that's that. I'm still messing with these wires. I'm gonna dig in to the bottom a little bit, see if I can see any grounds that came loose. there is a ground wire that bolts to my transmission that I checked, and it was really tight. I think I might dig into the fuse box a little bit, double check the wire connection there. Let's see, batteries almost done. The needle's kind of jumping around. That's kind of weird. Should have direct connection. Shouldn't have an issue. Anyways, yeah. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. Ran out of cutting bits, so can't go much further on that till I go to Harbor Freight or somewhere and get some more. That's with the Dremel. So the 2 little bits that was provided in the kit did pretty good. But yeah. So this charger sucks. I hooked my DVOM meter up to the battery, and it's not charging the way it should, but the battery still has around 12 volts with the charger hooked up. So should have plenty of battery charge. I went down underneath the car, took a screwdriver, the bigger one, it's down there, that one, and I pried on the bottom of the flex plate, and as soon as I moved the flex plate, I heard the starter pop back in. So I think it's the starter. Seems like it got stuck out. So what it was doing, sometimes they go bad like this, where they engage, well they don't, okay, they go out to engage on the flex plate, but they won't turn. I think that's what it's doing. I think it just went out and it's just not turning. So when I moved the flex plate, it popped back in. So security systems ruled out there. Should be getting enough power to the starter. I'm going to check. I'm going to hook up the battery cables, and then I'm going to hook up my DVOM and hook it up to the positive wire going to the starter solenoid there. I'm going to check to see if it's getting the 12 volts. That'd be a good start. And if it is getting the 12 volts, then it's a starter. It can't be anything else. Besides possibly a relay, but I know the relay works because I hear it clicking. If I do go about replacing the starter on this and it still does the same thing, well then I guess I was wrong. But I'm pretty set that it's a starter. So I don't know. I'm gonna hook up battery cables and we'll see. Oh boy. So where I'm at right now, besides on the ground, not to beat the crap out of this starter. So I got everything hooked back up. Let me get up for a sec. You know what? I should disconnect this charger actually before it catches anything on fire. There we go. Alright, anyways. So I hooked the battery back up. Make sure the connections were tight. Put the key in the ignition, and it kind of took a second for the lights to really come up bright. It kind of like hesitated, like the battery was real low, and then all of a sudden, bam, everything lit up like normal. So turn the key once, and it clicked. Click, click, click. Shut it off. Wait a second. Turn the key back on. Start it. Click, 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 click. So making a little bit of progress, because before it just, one click, bam, done. Now it is multiple clicks. So slim, but we're making progress. So I think the starter solenoid is junk. So I think I'm gonna have to make a run and get a starter here soon. Not right now because of money wise, but I think that's the culprit. It's the starter. So of course I get a tuner and everything. Car's running good. I get a tuner and I'm ready to start tuning this thing. and starter junks out. So go figure. Oh, matter of fact, you know, I'm just gonna show you guys what's going on. Oh yeah, it just so happened to start raining. So that's awesome. Alright. Bam, everything lights up like normal now. So that's interesting. Okay, I did one click. Okay, now it's doing one click. Of course, I gotta take a video of it, and it just wants to do some joystick bullshit like that. Anyways. Oh, man. But yeah, pretty sure it's a starter. So, I also went through both of my cutting bits for the Dremel. You know, I went as far as I could on that. I think I just said that. Didn't I just say that? I don't know, man. I'm losing my mind. Oh, dealing with so many things at once, guys. It is not fun. Let me tell you. It is a pain. Oh, and tranny line. Doesn't seem like it wants to seal at all. So it looks like I'm gonna have to be taking that back off. Putting a crap ton of thread sealant on it. And then sending it home. It's about where I am right now. I got one little drip right there. I don't know if it's just stuff that's pulled up right there. It's just dripping down because it's jacked up now. It's not sitting flat. I don't know. We'll see when I start it up. That'll be the real tell. I also sold my 360 finally for like 60 bucks. I bought the whole motor for 45 and I sold it for 60. I didn't sell everything. That's loud. Bottom end, rods, pistons, block, crank. One intake. Still got one intake right there. I still got the push rods and lifters from it, as well as the dog bones. They're all good condition. I figured I'd keep those just in case. You never know. You never know. But yeah. I still have to do an oil change on that silver Grand Prix, man. I have yet to do that. I've been slacking. Those bearings are hating me. Because when I did the Gen 5 swap, a little bit of coolant went in the oil. Pretty bad. I've been meaning to do an oil change on it, but I've been slacking on it. Probably should have done that before I started doing this. But it's raining now, so it'll be alright for another week. Hopefully. Oh, if not, then I could just throw another motor in it, whatever. It is what it is. I can get another motor for 100 bucks at Junkyard. Not a big deal. Alright, so enough rambling on. I think I might end this video right here. Plan on making another video tomorrow, so that should be up sometime this weekend after this one. So appreciate you guys watching me struggle. Yeah, odd how that works out. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. Maybe here soon this thing will actually be running, going down the road, and I can... Wow. Hopefully this thing is running, going down the road, going down the track, and I can tune it here within the next month. Hopefully I'm in the house, new house, get everything done, and, you know, start doing some turbo burnouts in this thing, which I will record. First turbo burnouts. Watch for that video, guys. So make sure you hit subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you know when I upload that. Do a nice rowdy burnout, because these things, these front tires on this is junk. They're basically slicks. I can barely catch my fingers on the edge, so they're junk. So they are now burners for the turbo burnout whenever this thing gets to it. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you guys. See ya. Okay, so real quick before I let you guys go, I'm trying to come up with some names for the Turbo Grand Prix and the Silver Grand Prix. So come up with your ideas, whatever you guys come up in your heads. Drop whatever you have down in the comment box. Let me know, because right now, Turbo Grand Prix, I've been thinking of either Grand Nasty or John Wick, and then the silver one right now I just got Quicksilver. I know Quicksilver is pretty common for silver cars, so but I can't think of whatever else for it, so I just have to spell it different. But yeah, so whatever you guys come up with, drop down in the comment box. I'd like to see it. So thanks. Have a good one, guys.